with you 10 points why your business failed. 10 points why your business failed. So please subscribe to the channel, share the channel with your friends and with your family, and everybody you think is interested in business and things that we share here. So the first one may have been lack of clarity, lack of vision, lack of purpose for the business that you started. The business may have failed because you didn't have any vision, any sense of purpose, any sense of mission for the business in the first place. So yeah, you just heard that your friend had started business and he was making a lot of money, and so you also thought that you could make some money, so that was the only vision that you had. But for the business to work, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take, trying to look for money and starting a business is a whole different thing. You can just get money by going to play football, or joining something. But for you to build a business, you are going to solve a lot of problems. And perchance, if you make more money than you spend, then you get some money, and there is more to it than just getting money. And so you may not have had, or you might not have had clarity in thinking and why you started the business in the first place. The other thing is wrong partners. If you had maybe you had partners, but you had. Or maybe you had workers who you could not depend on. Wrong people around any great idea will make the idea fail. Wrong people, the people around you, the partners around you, if they were not on the same page with you, or if they were not of the same mind, if they were not positive, if they were not in it together, if they were not ready to do what you had to do to make the business work. You were working maybe 10 hours and they were working 2 hours, and you still had equal shares in the business. The commitment from them was not right. Wrong partners will make the business not work. Wrong partners will make the business. Maybe the third one is maybe the business was just a wrong business for the wrong people, for the wrong area. Some business ideas may not just fit you. Some business idea will fit you. Some businesses, there is this lady that we talked to, and some business ideas came. But there's one that you don't have to encourage her to do it. She just does them herself. That, I think, is the kind of business that will make her succeed, because then you don't need somebody else to spark you. You don't need somebody else to push you. You don't need somebody else to encourage you. You just go by yourself because you're so much in tune with that concept, with that idea. You love it. You want to push it. Even they don't, nobody has to wake you up for you to make it work. That kind of business, maybe you were not in that kind of business. That's why the business failed. So it was just a wrong business idea, wrong business for you. The next one, the 5, is wrong business network. Wrong business network. All of us, all human beings, we have to work with people. We have to connect with people. You cannot just be by yourself. Even in natural circumstances, nobody produces only by themselves. You need other people to connect with for you to become very much productive. Trees or humans or animals, it's the same. And so you may have had wrong network. You are an entrepreneur, you are building business, but all your friends are working somewhere, and when at the weekend you go to eat and drink, and they are talking about their salary and their job. That is the kind of association that will not make you succeed, because every day they are telling you why you are wrong. Because entrepreneurship, or you starting business, you are going to go through a lot of things that most people who have never started business, who have never done business, don't know. They just don't know. They cannot relate with those things because they have never experienced it. They have never done it. And so connecting with the right people, the right network of entrepreneurs, like-minded people, will make you successful. If you had to connect with the wrong people, it's likely that your energy will dissipate. You will run out of gas, and you run out of petrol, and then you see that you just give up on your business. The next one is superstition. Most people are very superstitious. So, especially Africans, we go to church, all right, but you go and take sticker, anointing oil, water, something, some incantation, some prophet somewhere will come and tell you. They have no idea how a business is done, but they are the ones giving you ideas, giving you direction as to how your business must work. If you were soaked in that, it's so likely that your business will not make any sense. instead of you trying to, instead of you to sit down and look at the product, the accounting, the people you have employed, the market, the sales, and trying to develop yourself in that, you're looking for somebody to give you some answers out of your control. Most of the things that you're dealing with in business are within your control. It's not something esoteric, So, but most people will just be looking for some supernatural power to make them successful. Then that's the seed, superstition. So if you're so much superstitious, serve God out of love, out of truth, out of honesty, out of His kindness. That's perfect. But for you to say that your business is not doing well because the other person somewhere is going to see some juju man or some malaman, your mind is twisted, and that will obviously make you jittery and make you not confident in your decisions and in your choices, and that will have effect on your business. So it's so likely that you are so much absorbed in the unknown, in the things that control you, that are beyond your control, and therefore you thought that you could not just bring the solutions. So you lack problem solving skills. Most people who lack the ability to solve the problems that confront them then will think that they are powerless. And so divine power, God's power works for all of us. It works for all of us. It's not just specific people. So a lot of the things that if you bring them to your control, if you bring them to your locus, if you feel that you have the skill set, you are positioned to solve the problems that come, you'll be able to be successful in your business. But if you think that everything else is out of control and that some power somewhere would be the one responsible for your resource, then you will fail. The next one, the seventh one, is lack of financial skills. Lack of financial skills. You are making money decisions every day. Who to employ, who not to employ, which supply to pay, which supply not to pay. Well, you're paying for data, electricity, transport, food, and everything. If your decisions are wrong in terms of finances, your business will struggle. Your business will just. Some people will just go and take loan, and the business cannot do that kind of loan at that kind of interest rate. So a lot of the difficulties that you meet in business will be wrong financial decisions on your business, especially when it comes to going for loans and things like that. And so if you're not that good, most businesses will stop operating because no money is coming in. You went for that contract, you didn't have to. You went to borrow at 5% a month, and they promised to pay you 6 months, and it's now taking you 3 years, and they have not paid you, and everything that you have is in disarray because you made wrong judgment with finance. You believe the people. If you want to take a project like that, go and see their bankers. Check if they really have the money that they are telling you they have, because most organizations will tell you go and use your money. As a matter of fact, there's no point trying to use your money to do any project for anybody. If they have money, they should give you advance. And then when you do it, you raise a certificate, they'll pay you. If you're not a contractor, you work with, maybe you have a shop, you have things like that, don't go and borrow. Some of these microfinance people will come and push all the time. They start to take loan. They give you 2,000 and you end up paying 6,000 in a year because you don't understand the money. So a lot of your painful decisions will come out of wrong money decisions. And a lot of the times, those will be responsible for why your business did not do well, why your business struggled, why you had to stop doing that business because you were wrong in your decisions in terms of the finance. The other thing will be, number 8, will be lack of commitment. The business is like a baby that you have given birth to. They will cry, you have to feed them. They will do all kind of things that you have to pay attention to constantly. You don't take rest if you start a business. It's constant, it's 24 hours. So if you're not ready for that, then don't start any business at all. I'm talking of business. I'm not talking of starting side hustle to get money. No, I'm talking of business, being committed to it, saying that I'm going to do this, good or bad. I'm going to do this and I'm going to commit to it and work on it 24 hours a day, 24/7. As they say it, and you show that kind of commitment. If you slow down in your commitment, you will fail to the business. Because the business needs constant attention. So most people are not ready for that kind of commitment, and that's why the business failed. The ninth one is you were not able to take pressure. You cannot take pressure. You cannot take difficulties. You cannot take disagreement. You cannot take the mistakes. You cannot take the losses. You cannot take the pain. You panic when there is somebody trying to create unnecessary fight for you. Business is like that. So you want everything to be perfect, then don't go and start business. And never wait for a perfect moment for you to start anything worthwhile. There's never a perfect moment. You just start with what you have from where you are, and you keep learning. So pressure. Some people don't like difficulties. They don't want problems. They don't want disagreement. They want everybody to like them. If you want to build a business, nobody else is going to like you like that. Or even the people that needed help that you employ them, after a while they will start to fight you. They will start to say all kind of things around you that you may not even have any idea. Crooks will come, friends will come. I've had people who come, they come like angels, and then later on you see that they are causing all kind of problems that you didn't even know. People will just be negative, pessimistic. They just want to ruin everything, and sometimes you don't even understand why people do that. But I think it's just people do whatever they want to do for their own game, for their own, and you don't have to worry about that. So be ready for the pressure, be ready for the disagreement, be ready for the fight, be ready for the the insult, be ready for the disgrace that will come up out of you trying to build something. If you're not ready, then you cannot take the pressure, and then the business will collapse. The last one will be, maybe you are trying to just cut corners. Don't shortchange the process. Don't cut corners. Just stay with the process, because the thing that you need is the skill set, the capacity, the expertise that you're building as a business person, as an entrepreneur. The product expertise, the logistics, the team, the finance expertise, every expertise. So the moment you're just trying to cut corners, you're not ready to go through the process to become what you have to be for you to get to a stage where the business will become successful. So if you're cutting corners all the time, look at your friends who are always just cutting corners. They hardly grow. Anytime that they can cut corners, they can produce the results on their own. So you don't need that kind of approach. You just have to stay with the process, and because your safest too, your protection is in your integrity. Your protection is in your character. Your protection is in your honesty. Try as much as you can not to screw people, not to cheat people. Just be as well. You say that you pay this, you pay. If there is problem, explain it to them, but never run away from your responsibilities, because then you develop default. You develop breaks in your growth. And those things will be responsible for the failure. So my name is Sosindako.